General Otafiire, the Minister for Internal Affairs, who I think has now turned this ministry into his retirement nest, he never attends Parliament. So can the Prime Minister tell us and assure Parliament that Jaja Otafiire, who is using the ministry as a retirement, will now come here and answer?
The Honorable Otafiire and General Muhoozi are the members of Cabinet who are charged with the responsibility of that docket. Remember, we agreed here that we have a rota where ministers will be attending, especially those ministries that have more than one minister. And so when you see General Muhoozi here, the ministry is ably represented. Otafiire is an able minister. He's one, because the other day he was representing government at the Muslim function. Very able and strong.
Information.
Thank you. Honorable colleagues, I've already guided on what the Prime Minister is going to do, because the biggest challenge is to do with guidance. And where is this coming from? I was chatting with Honorable Saro Pendi. You know, there is a campaign which had been going on called Fear Women. You saw it came as a document, then it started going Fear Women. Now, some information we got, there are some groups with this law who brought it up and all that, but all these things are speculation. So we hope the Prime Minister will be able to do a thorough job and agree how best we can handle this issue. Honorable Ssemujju.
You have briefed us about the recent meetings. I have two issues. First, the Honorable Nawagawe, by our rules here, was appointed by her party to represent the opposition on IPU. I have seen her here when IPU is going on. Can we be told as a parliament what happened to her? Has she refused that assignment? Two, Mr. Speaker, the point that you made about us, and I want to thank the Honorable Cecily Ogwa. When we demand competence, we don't do so because we are against some people. When you have the Honorable Cecily Ogwa represent you, everybody will be happy. But when you pick people who are just experienced in milking cows and you send them to international organizations,
Point of order. Right Honourable Speaker. Right Honourable Speaker. Colleagues, please, let's listen to Honourable colleague.
Is it in order, Right Honourable Speaker, for a senior member of this House to use a language that demeans people who know a certain activity and try to present them as incompetent? Is Honourable Ssemujju in order to protection, Right Honourable Speaker?
Go on.
Is Honourable Ssemujju in order to insinuate that people who know how to milk cows cannot represent this country? Is Honourable Ssemujju in order?
Thank you. Honourable colleagues, I really want us to be serious on some matters. Delegations of Parliament are formed by members of Parliament. Whether someone is experienced, whether someone is a teacher, whether someone has been a sweeper, that person earned, that person went through the same process to come here, like any of us. So I think it is very, if for example, we are saying in forming parliamentary delegations, we can go, we pick strangers. They become part of parliamentary delegations and go and represent parliament. Okay? Then it would be understandable. But when it's a member of parliament, I think we can use the language which is more acceptable.
Mr. Speaker, I don't mean anyone. I am actually commenting on your communication, because you said when you went with Honorable Kate Shuma because of his experience, he added value. I would not add the same value. I am just using the same language, but they're saying the same thing that you said, sir. So
Honorable Ssemujju, I didn't use what I said on Honorable Kate Shuma. I said on trade matters. We handle matters that are different. When it's matters to do with medical, I will pick a medical doctor. When it's matters to do, you get it? So really, it's any member of parliament is competent to handle any matter in the house. So let us respect each other.
I am sorry, Mr. Speaker. The second point I wanted to raise, Mr. Speaker.
No, when a member is sorry, colleagues, it is noted on the answer. Okay? Yeah. All right.
Finally, Mr. Speaker, we want to be one delegation at international conferences. But when you have tortured me here, you have brutalized me. It is like people who brutalize their spouses. When you appear in public, it will show on your faces. In fact, for me, if you take me to an international conference, I may not be as smiling as NRM. So can I be guided? After torturing us here and then you put us on the same plane to go and representing Uganda, how do you want us to behave when we reach there?